cooking demo. I've been wanting to incorporate more cooking demos into my Facebook Lives each week. So today we're going to make some healthy chocolate mousse and talk about why it is so good for you. Oh, all right. So chia seeds can kind of be a buzzword in health trends, and it seems like they're being shoved into like every single recipe, but they're also super great for you and provide loads of nutrients, such as healthy fats to help lower your LDL or bad cholesterol, fiber to improve your gut health, and protein for tissue growth and development. And essential energy reactions in your body. So they really are a superfood. They are also a really great source of calcium, iron, and magnesium, which are three nutrients that not everyone gets enough of. And I think I have this bag right here of chia seeds from my big bag of chia seeds from BJ's. I think that it's in just 3 tablespoons, there's 15% of your daily calcium. And that's huge when it's such a little amount. Especially if you're a vegetarian or vegan or follow a special diet or have severe allergies, they're really high in omega-3 fatty acids, and these tend to be harder for people to get that don't eat fish or other similar foods. So this is full of omega-3s, and they're a really great, really easy addition to your diet. They can pretty much be added to anything. If you've ever cooked with chia seeds, they form a kind of a gelatinous texture after a while once they're in liquid. They can be used as a egg replacer in baked goods and in entrees. You can even put some, if you have a bowl of rice, you can put some on your rice just to get a little more nutrients in there. They're used a lot of time in smoothies, which is kind of what we're going to do today. And they can even be put in salad dressings. So they're really versatile, and you can grind them up similar to like you grind flax seeds if you want to kind of get rid of that seed texture. So today I wanted to make chia seed pudding with a twist. Chia seed pudding, if you don't know, you're essentially mixing milk and chia seeds together and letting them sit overnight, and that will create this like pudding texture. But sometimes you would sometimes with that seed texture, that's not always the most desirable. So by blending it together, you can actually get rid of that seed texture, and it'll be much more smoother, and it'll taste more like chocolate mousse. So that's what we're going to do. So I tried bringing everything in today to UVAC. So I brought my little blender. If you watched a couple weeks ago, I made a blueberry smoothie in it, highlighting frozen fruits. So I brought that in again today, and again, I pre-measured the milk just because transporting cartons of milk back and forth from my house is not always the greatest idea. So I have 1 cup of oat milk in here, but you can really use any kind of dairy-free milk, such as almond milk, or you can use a dairy product as well. But really what's most important is getting the 1 cup, because the measurements are vital to making sure it gelatinizes properly. So to this 1 cup of milk, and you can even do chocolate milk. I've used this recipe before with chocolate milk, and it was really good. It would make like double chocolate. So I have 1 cup of oat milk in here. So I'm going to take my big BJ's bag of chia seeds, add a 1/4 cup of chia seeds, which may seem like a lot, but this is actually going to make 2 servings. So really you're only having 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, which is still plenty of lots and lots of nutrients. So after that, right there, I have cocoa powder from Trader Joe's. It's unsweetened. I guess they sell sweetened cocoa powder. I've never heard of it. But so you're going to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. So, and like with cocoa powder, I'm a chocoholic, so it can be like 2 heaping tablespoons if you want. All good. And then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, but really any liquid sweetener is fine. You just want, liquid sweeteners tend to be sweeter than their sugar counterparts in smaller amounts. I actually did not have maple syrup. We had a big pancake breakfast for Father's Day and ran out. So I brought my agave nectar. Agave nectar, like maple syrup and honey, which also can be used in this recipe, they should be used in moderation, just because they are really sweet, but they are a really great liquid form of sweetener. And some people do really like the taste. Agave nectar has like kind of a floral taste similar to honey, I prefer it to honey. I think it tastes better, but it's all personal preference. Definitely experiment. And then finally, we're going to do 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. I mean, not maple syrup, sorry, we just did that. Vanilla extract, just to add a little extra. I'm sorry, we're doing 1 teaspoon. I did half this recipe than what it normally is, just because it's like I can't eat all this chia seed pudding all by myself. So that is that, and I do have to blend it real quick, so it's going to get loud for a second. I apologize. Yep. So about 30 seconds of blending should do it. You just want everything to blend together to create a smooth texture. And it kind of, I'll try to show it. It kind of looks a bit like milk, like chocolate milk. And you may notice it already has started to thicken a little bit if you decide to make this at home. So that is totally fine. And then, but you really want this to store for about 4 hours at least. I actually found, when I make this recipe before, I found that it started thickening a lot within like an hour or two. So you can just check it every now and then. But what you're going to do, I'm not going to do this part just because I'm at UVAC. You can pour it into a dish, just like a glass dish, and throw it in your fridge for a couple hours and let it thicken. But I did pre-make some so you can kind of see what the end product is. So if you can see, it's a very, I know this isn't the best way to see it, it looks and has the texture of a mousse. This is chocolate mousse. So I brought a half a cup of it, which is a good serving size. And these are actually super nutrient dense. That about a half a cup has about 230 calories, depending on what milk you use, and other similar factors, which is a really great for like a small breakfast or a satisfying snack. It has 8 grams of protein in it, all 10 grams of healthy fats that'll help you lower that LDL or bad cholesterol and raise your good cholesterol, and 10 grams of fiber. One of the biggest awesome things with chia seeds is they're full of fiber, which a lot of people don't get enough of. And this recipe is a good source of potassium and calcium as well. So I have my half a cup, and I wanted to make it a little more exciting, so I brought in some goji berries to boost antioxidants. Antioxidants are really great for immune health and reducing inflammation. So it'll add a little color and vitamin C to it. So I'm just going to do a little handful of goji berries. Goji berries also have iron and vitamin A and vitamin C in, which is super great. And then I also brought in some cacao nibs because I love chocolate, and I have a ton of these at home I'm trying to get through. So this will add a little bit more chocolate flavor, and these also have a lot of antioxidants. So I'm just going to do about a teaspoon of those. These do have saturated fat in them, so you just want to use them in moderation. But it adds a nice textured crunch. And with the antioxidants and the vitamin in the iron, it's not terrible. And then I had some leftover toasted coconut at home, so I also brought some toasted coconut in to sprinkle on top to kind of top everything off, and that'll add a nice light flavor to it. And there you go. So now you have a little sundae. You can put like homemade whipped cream on it, granola. You can really make it your own. It's super awesome, super versatile, and maybe you'll realize you like a new treat. So that is all I have. I'm going to go eat this with my lunch. And if you have any questions about this recipe, please leave one in the comments or suggestions. I'm here every day if you have any nutrition questions, and we're trying to roll out some more nutrition programming here at UVAC. So if you're interested in one-on-one nutrition counseling or group counseling, definitely stay tuned for all of that. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in, and I will see you all next week. Bye.